And we are testing 1, 2. How am I hearing double? Let's see, are we still hearing double? Okay, I got it. Got it. I had YouTube running in the background, and so, yeah, that wasn't gonna work. So we got a little bit of a copyright strike last time, so we're gonna turn this down like so. We'll see what happens when you can hear just a little bit of what's going on, but not all of it. What's up, YouTube? Is it great to be alive on a Friday night or what? As Mr. Punker would say. We've had an interesting go at pro wrestling from the WWE standpoint since SummerSlam. If you tuned into the latest episode of the Lariat Lounge, which went up last night, Skeeter and I got into quite a bit of what's been going on in pro wrestling since SummerSlam, since last week. Man, the Karrion Kross stuff has really been lingering on my brain. To what degree that is real, I believe is real. I believe that he's not in the company anymore. I don't see the point. If that's a work, I don't really see the point in why they would do a work in that way. It doesn't really serve anyone any good to really do a work like that, because the story itself, it would not be good. I mean, you know, the whole idea behind what Kross said in the interview that he did with Ariel Helwani, and he talks about it as well when you're watching, if you watch The Killer, Karrion Kross documentary on YouTube, it's got 2 parts. So in the second part, as well as in the Ariel Helwani interview, Kross talks about the Sam Roberts segment that he did right after WrestleMania. And we get to hear this story about how prior to WrestleMania, Kross was doing the angle with AJ Styles, and he did not want to break kayfabe. I don't know if it was like he didn't want to break kayfabe, but he certainly was not trying to give off the idea that he and AJ were not at odds with each other the way that they are in his feud, in the feud that they were having. So they walk in separate to this award show, and AJ goes in front of him, speaks to somebody with the microphone, and then Karrion comes in, and I feel like what he said was something along the lines of the interaction between him and AJ in front of the camera, where this interviewer was kind of unavoidable. And so he went with this idea of like pretending that he was mad that AJ went on before him and maybe he said something, talking some trash. The way that performers do when they go on talk shows. Now, he was a little more animated, but still. Anyway, somebody in production saw what he did and thought that it was excellent, thought that it was great, and they wanted more of that. So between Karrion Kross and production, the Sam Roberts shoot work interview came to be. And he was under the impression that WWE was clearing what he did because he's working with production. And these guys don't always talk with Hunter about everything. It's not like there's only 12 people backstage and everything goes through Hunter. And so he was under the impression that this went through Hunter and that it was all cleared and everything was good. And it was cleared through some people, and some people, like Hunter, apparently were not aware. And after Kross talked with Paul about it, everything was cool. But it seems like WWE was unwilling to negotiate his contract, and or they were unwilling to talk with him about what went into the valuation of his contract. And so because of that, WWE offers him a contract a week before August 10th. And he wants to talk about what went into the evaluation. WWE doesn't want to do it. They give him a strict timeline of when he has to respond, and they don't get a response. And so the contract is rescinded and he's no longer here. All of that explanation that I just gave is really behind the scenes stuff. For WWE to be using that as a work and for that to play into some kind of storyline would really be pulling back the curtain in a way that is blending kayfabe and reality in a way that's going to be really hard for the fans to dissect moving forward. Now, this is post WWE Unreal. They could be taking a very, very different approach to how they are doing professional wrestling in the world moving forward. So I would be surprised if that was a work. But let me tell you, if it's a work and somehow we find out in Unreal Season 2 that this whole thing was a elaborate tale that was weaved by WWE, I'm going to simultaneously applaud WWE and at the very same time feel like, man, that's, I don't know, man. We're moving a little bit too close to the sun here, Icarus. But anyway, we're on SmackDown. That angle right there was crazy. Drew McIntyre hitting Cody with the Claymore through the front of the announce table is insane. Insane. And here's McIntyre walking in all smug. It's nice to see him back in the title picture, though. It really is. It's really nice to see him back in the title picture, for sure. So, all right, what are we starting with? What's starting first tonight? Solo Sikoa opening the show. Listen, think what you want about Solo, but he's come a long way. I like some Solo Sikoa. I find him very fun. He's come a long way, and definitely he's become one of the mainstays of their programming, and for good reason. And for good reason. It's nice to see Solo with his own faction now. even though it's the Bloodline 3.0. You know, somebody it's better than letting the entirety of that storyline just fade away into obscurity. And there's the MFTs on Raw. You know, it's weird to call them the MFTs, the My Family Tree. It's and there goes MFT. And the boos reign. Well, he calls them the MFTs. So, I mean, it's easy to get that wrong. And the MFTs run Smackdown now. So, turn my volume up. And here comes the solo sucks chance. And here comes Sami Zayn. Get off your phone, sir. You're in the front row. You're in the front row at Friday Night SmackDown. Stop tweeting. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, though, stop tweeting. Enjoy the show. I heard that we want cross chant. if Sami Zayn announces he's on SmackDown now. Wow. Okay. Yep. And here comes Big Jim. And you got to act scared back in the corner like it ain't just him. Hey, look, man, this is why I love pro wrestling, because the suspension of disbelief is always fun to do. And it's always fun to critique certain things. Just because we love it doesn't mean that we can't have fun with it. The fact that Jimbo comes out here on his own and they get scared. And now here comes Jacob. And so I guess we're going to what? Because Jimmy and Jacob and Sami are outnumbered. So they're outnumbered by 1. So Sami and Jacob and Jimmy need one more person. And Jimmy is back embroiled in another feud with all Samoans surrounding him. Oh man, look, dude, it never gets old. It's never gets old, man. Yeah, it's up. The title's upside down, bro. Boy, that kid, good gracious. Hey, Chelsea. You. Listen, the Secret Harvests are fun. And Chelsea Green's the best. And here comes Little Miss Bliss. So she's in singles competition with Charlotte, literally as a cheerleader. They are doing a masterful job with Charlotte Flair and the rehabilitation of her character. They are doing a fantastic job with bringing her into a space where the people really like and care about her again. You love to see it. You really love to see it. You love to see Charlotte doing what she loves to do, doing it well. Like I said last week, it was really, really fun to see. It was really fun to see Charlotte. Oh, wait. Oh, they're going to be in Milwaukee. I'm going to have to run that back because I feel like they're going to be close to me as well. I'm going to have to look at those live dates because I feel like one of them is close to me. One of them is right in Milwaukee where Skeen is, or Skeener is. So anyway, I love what they're doing with Charlotte. They're doing a great job at rehabilitating her. Last week, it was really nice seeing Charlotte be the pure baby face in the match. It was really nice, and the crowd was really behind her. We've been saying it. As long as you give us, the fans, something to sink our teeth into, it's not hard to find a way to support wrestlers that we like. It's really not hard to do that. But they lean so heavily into Charlotte's physical abilities or physical talents, and that she was genuinely just really good at everything that she did, that they did not really bother investing in her character. And I think it started to show after a while. It really did. It really started to show after a while, and the fans didn't like it. Plus, every time you brought Charlotte back, you had her orbiting the world title scene, whether that was the women's world championship, whether that was the women's WWE championship. She was always circling the big titles. And you bring her back and she immediately wins the Royal Rumble. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot, and everybody was not really on board with it. They also missed a golden opportunity, right? When she was out with that knee injury, there were some really great, well-documented aspects of her recovery that she put out herself. And WWE and Charlotte could have really, really capitalized on that and really built that sympathy. And then, instead of doing that, they put her in vignettes where she's on a yacht and she is just back to being the queen. And it just seems so incredibly tone deaf for the moment. And it didn't work. So when she came back, she tried to play the babyface return angle, and nobody was here for it. Nobody was here for it. So she did the Players Tribune article, and the people who read it really spread the word. And when Charlotte came back after that article, they really did a good job of pairing her with Alexa Bliss, doing this friendship angle, giving her a lane to have someone like Alexa Bliss crack open the Ice Queen's shell and really bring out a part of Charlotte that people liked and people wanted to like. And the storyline that's currently going on between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte is, and listen, it's a little campy, but it's fun. It's fun in a very good way. And I like the fact that they are feuding with the Secret Hervis and Chelsea Green. I genuinely like that. Now, Alba Fire Alba Fire definitely made it clear that the Secret Herbis were going to challenge Charlotte and Alexa for the women's tag team championships. Where does that leave Chelsea Green? I'm not entirely sure. She's already been U.S. champion. She's not the U.S. champion. Now, who is the women's U.S. champion? Who is? I can't even remember who the women's U.S. champion is right now. Let's see. Chelsea Green won it. Then did she lose it to Zelina Vega? And then Zelina Vega had it, and she lost it to. I honestly can't even remember. That's not a good sign, actually. It's really not a good sign. Yo, Wade Barrett is really great at the freaking color commentary guy. Like, he's standing at salute looking so dumb. And this is why we love Chelsea Green, because Chelsea Green will do whatever is asked of her, be the biggest fool, and it just works. It just works, and we love Chelsea, and I want Chelsea to stick around and, make it to the top of the women's division. Now, little Alexa against big old Piper. It's going to be a fun match. It's going to be a big David versus Goliath match. It's going to be fun. Can't quite get that sleeper sunk in. Can't quite get that sleeper fully wrapped around Piper. Woo! Boss man slam. It's funny. I just realized that it says the center of the ring is advertising King of the Hill on Hulu. I mean, is that really a big advertising thing? Like, I get it, but does anybody see King of the Hill in the center of the ring and think to themselves, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch that on Hulu"? I mean, I'm genuinely curious because I don't think I've ever seen anything on the ring during Raw or SmackDown and thought to myself, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get a Prime." Or, I'm going to go get some Slim Jims. Certainly not. Or watch King of the Hill. All right, here comes Piper Niven. Misses the cannonball. Misses it by a mile. Oh, now Chelsea's the best though. I genuinely love me some Chelsea Green. The long day, y'all. A long day. Woo, that was a steamroll right there. Ooh. For Twisted Bliss. And here comes Alba Fire. And there goes Alba Fire. How does that work? I had to check the wardrobe. Make sure you don't have a malfunction out here. Ooh. Chelsea's the best. She looks so goofy. She looks so goofy. It's great. She looks so goofy. It's great. Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton arguing in the back. Okay. So we're bringing Nia Jackson to this equation. It's not a bad thing. It's really not. She needs something to do. And look, Nia's great. Nia is one of the best that the women's division has. She's great in the ring. She's great on the microphone. And listen, between Tiffany Stratton, there we go. There we go. Give me some Carmelo Hayes. This man deserves way more than he's getting. They need to give Carmelo way more than he gets. So Mellow Dome Miz. Okay. Yeah, I missed the first run of them together. I don't know if it was because I just wasn't catching SmackDown at the time, but Carmelo Hayes, in my opinion, has been so misused. He's been so misused since his return. Not his return, since his call up. When he first was called up, they were setting this guy up to where it looked like he was going to be handed the keys to the kingdom. That has not been the case. It's not panned out to be that way. I'm at a loss for what it is that they're doing with him. But listen, hopefully this Mellow Miz thing will have a big blow off where Carmelo Hayes will defeat the Miz, and then we can catapult him into a singles title scene where we can really see Melo shine, because the dude's got it. He really does. And he really just needs to be given an opportunity to show the main roster what he showed all of us in NXT, which is that Melo don't miss. Melo don't miss. Take a little step away from the microphone real quick. I'll be right back. Right back before the show starts again. Like what, 2 minutes, 12 seconds? I'll be back. All right, so we're back. So which one's wrestling tonight? Nathan Frazier or Axiom? Oh, it's a tag match. Duh. This is going to be a good match. Fraxium is incredible, and Carmelo is great, and the Miz is the Miz. That's not hating. Miz is the vet. Miz is the Miz. So the Miz tagged himself in. This is what needs to happen. Boo. Why are we afraid of the Wyatt Six? That is Joe Gacy. That is Joe Gacy. It's the same Joe Gacy from NXT who was not super dominant. And that's Dexter Lumis. Come on. Come on. That's right. We want Mello. Love you, Miz. But we want Mello. Slap the taste out of your mouth. Yeah, right. That's right. All right, come on, man. Let's give Mello something. Thank you, Netflix, for freezing right when he jumps out of the ring. I really didn't want to see that. Axiom and Nathan Frazier are absolutely fun to watch, no doubt about it. And I think that the two of them are primed in the future for tag team gold. I would rather see that tag team gold just for the sake of Carmelo getting some shine. Nice move by the Miz. Way to pull that top rope down and just totally throw Axiom off of his rocker. That was a good move. That was a good move. And see, here we go. See, Miz keeps tagging himself in. And here comes the "We Want Mellow" chance again. Oh, nice back elbow. Yeah, Axiom was not where he needed to be for that leg drop, but it's all good. All right, Mello. Axiom, in my opinion, has the best looking lucha mask currently on the main roster. I will never not like the full face mask. I think the full face mask is just freaking incredible. I absolutely love it. Now, I'm going to tell you what I want. Oh, what I want is for some of the NXT talent that is currently there to show up on the main roster. I am waiting for Obafemi, and I am waiting for Trick Williams. I feel like when Trick Williams music hits, I think these stadiums are not ready. They're not built for the crowd response that is going to come from Trick Williams and his intro. It's out of this world, bro. And I absolutely love me some Trick. I love me some Trick as well. And Obafemi, dude, he's just a big hoss, dude. And he's a big hoss, and he's a great champion in NXT. In NXT, I just want to see what he does on the main roster, how they're going to use him. But Trick has got it all. Trick has got it all. He's got the look, he's got the size, he's got the ring ability. He's a great talker. I don't think there's anybody in the game like Trick. Like, I don't think there's anybody in the game like Trick. And they ain't ready. And I think this heel run that Trick has been on was absolutely what was necessary. Like, he has turned a page, an entire new page with this heel run, and he is primed and ready for the main stage. Ooh, big boot by the Miz. Whoa! Oh my God. Mello like he landed right on the side of his head. Woo, big back elbow by Mello. Woo, and there's a... Okay, Spanish Fly. And then Nathan Frazier. Nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Woo! What a DDT by The Miz. Oh, wow. Oh, that's messed up. That's so messed up. That was messed up. That's messed up. But this is all leading to, obviously, the eventual breakup between Carmelo Hayes and The Miz. We need to do a nice blow off at a PLE, give Melo his moment to shine, and then let's put a title on my man. Let's put a title on him. We don't need no update on Cody. Cody's fine. What we need is an update on Naomi. That's what we need. I want to hear what's going on with her. She's been on television. She's going to miss Clash in Paris. She didn't defend the title last week. I hope she's all right. Again, that was a bonkers scene. I've never seen anybody get Claymore through the announce table. They always get some pics of some fans who look really concerned. I mean, do you guys listen? Drew McIntyre addresses his attack of Cody Rhodes. I don't think Cody's here tonight, but we'll see. I'm going to go grab a little something to drink while we wait for the show to come back. I'll be right back with you guys. All right, let's see. What's Drew talking about? It's so funny watching the little kids because, you know, he's definitely healing it up and he's looking over at the crowd and there's this little girl who's right in his face, his eye line just. Another one of the freaking Wyatt Six. I hate the Wyatt Six. God, I hate the Wyatt Six. All right, so DIY versus the Street Profits. And the Street Profits have an interaction with Solo and MFT. I like it. I like it. Listen, Solo is not at the top of the card, but he's been tied in very closely with some of the biggest storylines in recent WWE. So seeing Montez, seeing Angelo Dawkins, seeing the Street Profits interacting with Solo and MFT, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm still waiting for the eventual breakup of the Street Profits. I really just want to see what I really want to see what Doc and Montez can do in singles competition because that's where the money is. The tag team division is just not it. I wish it was because tag team wrestling is always fun, but it's just not it, man. It's just not where it's at. It's just not where it's at. The fact that they show Apollo Crews on this bumper is nuts. I haven't seen Crews on screen in ages. We're just watching the bumper go by, guys. There's nothing to talk about really. Ain't anybody here in the chat, honestly. I'm just doing this live stream because I am trying to stay committed to a cause. I believe that one day this live stream is going to be full of people where we can laugh and joke and talk about wrestling as we're watching the show. But I also understand that for most people, they're not setting aside time on a Friday or a Monday. But you can do it. You can do it. I was just looking at someone's live stream before Smackdown started. And, you know, that was before the show started and they had like 800 people in the live stream. I've just got to figure out how to capitalize on that because people are out here. People are out here and they're looking for a place to hang out and watch wrestling. They're out here. We just got to grab them. We got to find them. And that can be challenging. That could prove to be challenging. You know, I don't feel all that hot tonight. You know, I don't feel all that hot tonight. It was an incredibly stifling day at work. But I am committed to showing up. If I'm the only one here who shows up for Lariat Lounge Live, watching and talking about wrestling, then I will be the only one here showing up, watching and talking about wrestling. Okay, so thank you for giving us an update. So we're going to hear from Naomi on Raw this coming Monday, where I'm sure we're going to get some news. Is it going to be some Becky Lynch news? Like, is she going to come out here and tell us that she's with child? Which is wonderful. You know, that's a beautiful, wonderful thing. And we saw what happened to Becky Lynch, you know, when she came back. It's just gonna suck to have Naomi gone for that long. But hey, if that's what it is, I ain't gonna talk like that because I don't know. I love the Street Profits, man. Not on beat at all. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Popping knuckles. Popping knuckles. I don't know if that's good or bad for your hands, but it feels great while I'm doing it. So, all right, let's see what's happening. Big dog. It's interesting how they do these commercial breaks. It's just the sound just cuts out for a bit, and then we come back and we're back into the action. This is what I do enjoy about WWE programming on Netflix is that we get to just see more wrestling. You get to kind of miss the commercial breaks, and that's nice. That is nice. If you're like me, if you're like me, you've got YouTube Premium just for the simple fact that pre, mid, post video ads, I don't even know if there's actually post video ads, but ads during my videos, nah. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. And I'm not a fan of commercials. I'm not a fan of any of that stuff. I don't know how we used to do television with commercials. I don't know how we used to do that. Like, and I'm not a young head. Like, I remember commercials very well. Very well. And now, in the year of our Lord 2025, we cable cut and don't have any form of terrestrial cable like we used to have, right? All of my consumption media wise typically comes from online. And honestly, most of my day-to-day media consumption is through YouTube. And YouTube Premium ain't got no ads, baby. I pay that little premium every month and I get no ads. To me, it is absolutely worth it. Now, my wife does not have YouTube Premium. We don't share accounts. And she does not have YouTube Premium. So she has all the ads. And let me tell you something. Anytime YouTube is on and we're watching anything and it's on her YouTube, I cannot stand it. A 10-minute video should last 10 minutes. It should take me 10 minutes without stops to watch that video. Not 15, not 17 minutes, because a 10-minute video had 7 minutes worth of ads. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will pass. I will pay you to take the ads away. Hot tag to Montez. All right, Joe Test. That's a little much. Come on, man. You got to give Tez a solo run. I'm sorry, dog. I love you, dog. But Montez Ford is, dude, he's got a career solo wise ahead of him. Like straight up, he really does. And we just need to give this man a push. Oh my God. Hey, yo. Yeah, it was. She looked like she kind of tripped a little bit and wasn't able to catch herself because she went right into them stairs. Look, shout out to pro wrestlers who make it look good, because if she's good, she's safe, then listen, you got me, homie. You got me, because good gracious. She ate the point of them stairs. Oh yeah, she's back up. Yikes. What a way to play that. And here comes B-Fab. She's going to interact with Candice LeRae. And here comes Candice LeRae. And listen, Candice LeRae can do this type of stuff, and it makes B-Fab stand out because she's really the only one here that cannot really contribute. Because she wrestles, but she's not the wrestler that Candice LeRae is. And so she could never pull a stunt off like that. Ever. And the big frog splash. All right. Big Dog and Montez Ford. The Street Profits get the dub. All right. So Mellow don't Miz. I listen. It is what it is because it's the Miz, so they always just do those cheesy names like that. Huh. Logan and Cena next? Really? Or are they gonna do a video package? That makes way more sense. Cause I'm like, this is kind of a slow Friday to lose a Cena date. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Naomi sounds off on the state of the women's championship. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I'm feeling genuinely like we're going to get a vacated title. I genuinely feel like we're going to get a vacated title. You know, and it is what it is. I'm going to hold off on saying a whole lot more about that until we know something for sure. But that's what it seems like. The state of the women's world title, and she's been off of television for at least a week, 2 weeks. She missed this week's title defense, and she's gonna miss the one at the end of the month. she might be pregnant. And that's fine. Like, congrats. Straight up, congrats. But that means we're not going to have Naomi for maybe a year, 9 months, and then, baby time, being a mom. Yeah. If that's the case, big congrats, and she will be missed. There will be a Naomi size hole in the women's division for sure, because she is one of the best parts of it. And man, like, where is the personality in the women's division gonna come from? Because I'm telling you, she, in my opinion, is the shining light in the women's division. I think the only other woman on the roster, period, who can even come close to Naomi's glow when it comes to her character work is Chelsea Green. I am dead serious. Chelsea is 1,000% in her bag when it comes to her character and who she is. And Naomi is exactly the same. And if Naomi has to vacate the World Heavyweight Championship, you've got plenty of women in that women's World Championship scene that could step up. Definitely, you're going to have the contingent that was already there. But man, oh man, listen, they need to keep Jade centered around the women's WWE championship, the WWE Women's Championship. But let me tell you, listen, they could go and hot shot Stephanie Vaquer. I wonder if they could hot shot Stephanie Vaquer. I feel like that would. I feel like that would not be as great of a thing as we think. I don't think that'll be as great of a thing as we think. I think Stephanie would definitely rise to the occasion, and the crowd would love her. But I feel like Stephanie can really utilize the time to really, really grow. 'Cause she's there. She is the hottest female superstar in the division. And I just think that if you give her a little bit more time to cook, she's going to be exactly what you want at the top of the card. Exactly what you want. You're going to put EO back around it. Listen, you could always throw it back on Rhea. Though as much as I love Rhea and as much as everyone loves Rhea, Rhea A does not need the title right now. She does not need the title. And B, Rhea, in my opinion, is way better when she's chasing. She's way better to me when she's chasing the title. But we'll see what they do. I would love for them to have, if she had to vacate that title, I would love for them to do some sort of, I don't know, battle royal or tournament or something like that. I don't know. Listen, Sammy's gonna slot in perfect because he's Sami Zayn and he's dealing with Samoans, so he's gonna fit in perfect. Sammy just does the fish out of water very well. The odd dude out, he plays that very well. So it works for him to put him back in this mix. It genuinely does. Another break. Jeez Louise. And it's a long break too. Good gracious. We just came off of a 2-minute plus break. And now we're on a freaking 3-minute plus break. Listen, Netflix will get their little breaks in here. It is what it is. It is what it is. We'll be back when they come back. And we back. You got 15 minutes left of Smackdown. Okay. All right. So next Friday, SmackDown is back in the UK. They'll be in Dublin, Ireland, and John Cena will be there. Oh boy. I genuinely hope that we don't get all of the chance, but I know we're going to get them. I know we're gonna get him, and it's not a whole lot we can do. Mellow don't Miz. Yeah, whatever. Like Mellow, like the Miz, so it's fine. All right, let's bring him out. Come on now. Sammy. And then everybody started dancing. Yo, Jacob's intro is dope. The way Sammy keeps looking at Jacob. Sammy, you look at Jacob like he's so cool. Oh, Sammy's facial expressions kill me, bro. Yo, you gotta love some Solo, man. Solo just be doing his thing, yo. That's a big boy. And they always do a good job of framing him from the bottom up to just make him look that much taller. Though I will say the cameraman currently right now is not aiming his camera up on purpose. He is shooting straight ahead, and standing next to Talatonga is just a thing because that Joker is big. That's a tall dude. That's a real tall dude. That's wild. That's wild. JC Mateo did that standing backflip. That's nuts. I did not see that. I did not see that coming at all. That's crazy. So yeah, I got yeah. Tamatonga is injured, I believe. Tamatonga is injured, which he's the more entertaining one. Oh boy, man, it was a long day. It's been a long week. Ooh, hit kind of hard on that post. You got to crawl faster than that, Sammy. Yeah, I'm so tired, dog. I am so tired. It was a long day. But once SmackDown goes off the air, we'll wrap up here. I've got a little bit of gaming in tonight that I'm gonna do because it's Friday and I ain't got much. I ain't got much to do tomorrow. I got some things to do, but not a whole lot of things to do. So we're gonna hang out. We're gonna game a little bit, but Jacob gets the hot tag. He's in there with Tongaloa. Whoa! Listen, Jimmy don't need to be doing that no more, dog. Like, listen, love Big Jim, love Big Jim, but listen, Jimmy don't need to be doing that no more. He don't need to be doing that over the top rope stuff. He's already got to have somebody pull the rope down so he can jump over. It's just, he don't need to be doing that no more, man. He needs to really change his style up. Ooh, 2.8. I should stop trying to hold these things in. These yawns have got to come out. I mean, good God. So if Talatonga gets involved, which I doubt, but if Talatonga does get involved, they're going to need a fourth member. But I don't think so because you got Sami Zayn's probably going for the U.S. Championship. Yeah, I think that's a little bit much weight. I don't think he's making the 100-meter team. Let's relax. Y'all going hyperbole crazy up here. He's as fast as a 100-meter runner in the Olympics. And then what were we talking about? And then Montez Ford jumped so high he touched the jerseys and the rafters. Please. Sammy's fired up. A Luva kick. And Sammy gets a pin on the champ. Sammy earned the respect of Jacob Fatu. Listen, Sammy be earning the respect of the Samoans. Sammy, don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. Oh, man. Another fun night of Smackdown. We got a few story advances. Sami Zayn is going after the U.S. Championship. Naomi is going to announce something on Monday. I'm hoping for the best. I'm preparing for the worst. But it may be good news for them, so that's great. Did we get anything else of note tonight? No, not really. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. As always, we're going to keep this thing going until Clash in Paris. The hope is that this will drive engagement for the Clash in Paris live stream, for the podcast. If it drives some engagement for Clash in Paris, then I will continue to do these if we get a better turnout for Clash in Paris than we did for SummerSlam. And if not, then we will taper these back to the PLEs, because Skeeter and I definitely want to do these for the PLEs. It's fun to hang out with each other and to hang out with you guys. But, if it's not something that people are engaging with on a weekly basis with SmackDown and Raw, then we'll just pull these back and we'll do them for the PLEs. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this, like, share, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the Lariat Lounge, which is our other channel. That's the channel where the podcast goes up. You can check out the Lariat Lounge everywhere you get your podcast: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon, everywhere that you listen to your podcast. The Lariat Lounge is there. You can also get at us at Lariat Lounge Podcast on Instagram, and you can always hit me up at the Lariat Lounge at gmail.com. We're always looking for commentary. We're always looking for people who want to engage. So hit us up, check us out. I appreciate y'all coming out. Please. My name is Everson Godfrey, the host of the Lariat Lounge podcast. Watch yourself on the way out. Love you guys. Appreciate it. Live stream end.